Hope you guys are having a good November 1st, and I hope you guys all had a great Halloween last night. So right now we're on the lookout for fall foliage. We're actually starting off pretty good. There's a really nice tree right there. Nice and orangish gold. So we're gonna go look for fall foliage today. So the leaves started changing later this year, primarily because we had a drought back in September. So we're probably gonna have peak probably within the next week or so. Here's the one tree just passed by a moment ago. There's another one coming up over here on the left. So we're gonna look for fall foliage for a while. That tree looks nice as well. So we're gonna look for fall foliage for a while, and then next few weeks or so, as long as it doesn't get too cold, we might start looking for Christmas displays as well. We'll probably pass by a decent amount of Halloween stuff here and there, but since Halloween's over, I'm not really gonna put too much focus on that stuff, but it's mostly leaves for right now. And like I said, next 2-3 weeks, if we see anything Christmas related, I'll show you guys that as well. There's another nice tree right there. So we're gonna head to Indian Ripple Park now and see what we can find over there. So as I was saying, leaves were kind of delayed in falling this year and changing because of the drought we had, but there's a decent amount that are changing now, and there's still, because of that, there's still some trees that are green, and then some have already fallen. Like, I was over here a couple weeks ago. That tree over there is nice and yellow, and most of its leaves are already gone. If you're just joining the live stream, we're on the lookout for fall foliage in Kettering, Ohio. So as I was mentioning earlier, the leaves were kind of late this year, changing because back in the end of August and throughout much of September, we were in a drought. So because of that, the process was kind of delayed, but we got some really nice ones though. Like, there's some orangish trees coming up over here. So I hope you guys had a good Halloween last night. Since Halloween's over, I'm not really going to spend that much time looking at Halloween displays. We're primarily focusing on fall foliage, and then next few weeks, weather depending, so long as it doesn't get too cold, I'll probably start looking for Christmas displays as well. But for right now, it's fall foliage. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, start of November, and I hope you guys had a good Halloween last night. So last night I did something new on the channel. I did my first live stream where it was just me talking with you guys, not showing you guys anything. So I'm thinking about doing some new things for the channel. So that was one of the new things right there. It's kind of hard to tell because there's no light on it, but that's a pretty nice tree right there. And that looks great over there on the left. Yeah, when I came through this area a couple weeks ago, this area was just starting, but now it looks spectacular. Almost all the trees are yellow over here. believe they're maples. Yeah, this area looks fantastic right here. This is the type of stuff I've been waiting to show you guys for a while now. Wow, this whole area looks fantastic. Be even better if that cloud wasn't covering the sun, but still looks great. Okay. Yeah, I've been waiting a month and a half to show you guys this. So as I was mentioning in previous live streams, it started kind of late because we had a drought during the early fall. So because of that, the changing process was delayed. But right now, at least in this area, it's looking fantastic. I'm in the state of Ohio right now. That red looks fantastic right there, okay? So we got a break in the clouds so we can see a little bit better now. Yeah, this is great. Fantastic. Yep, it'll probably start, we'll probably have our first snow in probably 2-3 weeks from now. It depends on how cold it gets, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't snow as much as like Maine or Minnesota and especially Alaska, but we definitely get a decent amount of snow. But yeah, this specific area is in its peak right now and it looks fantastic. Yeah, I've noticed like more natural areas like this area, the leaves are changing early, but in like areas with like a lot of houses, that there's some trees that are pretty nice, but most of those trees are still green. But this area in particular, as you can see, is in its peak. We're gonna go for a little walk in the woods and then go for a walk around the cleared area of Indian Ripple Park. I'm in Ohio right now in city of Kettering near Dayton. Showing you guys some fall foliage, and this area right now is in its peak. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. I hope you guys also had a great Halloween yesterday. Akron is more on the northern side of the state. I'm on the southern side of the state. Kind of close to Cincinnati. Probably, yeah, it looks great. Like I said, we do get a decent amount of snow. If you want to have little to no snow, you'd probably be best in the south. I mean, as long as you don't As long as too much heat doesn't get to you. You're welcome. Yeah, because we usually get about, typically in a typical snowstorm, probably about 3 to 4 inches of snow. Sometimes more, sometimes less. So we're gonna head out of the woods now and towards a clearing so you can see more of the trees from a distance. You know, speaking of California, I've never been to California before. How is it over there? I do know you guys have a lot of different terrains, like south is like obviously desert, and in the north you have like all your big trees and whatnot. Here's a nice one over here. But yeah, this area over here specifically is fantastic. Like I said, some areas, a lot of it's still green, but since this area is more forest than neighborhood, it's definitely looking a whole lot better over here. So we're gonna head up this way and take a look back so we could see the views a little bit better. So right in front of us is the Kettering Rec Center. That's a ice skating rink, and I think they have hockey games in there as well. Off that way is the Kettering Rec Center pool, obviously during the summer. So we got some decent colors over there. That tree over there is really nice. Down that way it looks pretty nice, so I think we'll head down that way over there. If you're just joining the live stream, currently in Kettering, Ohio right now, we're looking at fall foliage, which in this particular area is pretty fantastic right now. So the leaves were kind of delayed in changing this year because we had a drought back in September. Like normally what you're seeing right now is normally what it looks like in mid-October, so about a couple weeks ago. So it's basically delayed by a couple weeks, but at least in November we get a really good view of the foliage. Excellent. Oh yeah, I believe that, yeah, because you guys are by far the most populated state. Gotcha, there you go, yeah. Yeah, you guys have like 40+ million, while we have like just under 12 million, so definitely a big difference. But yeah, this looks really great over here. So as I was mentioning earlier, as we get closer to Christmas, I might do a couple live streams showing you Christmas stuff, depending on how cold it gets. Like right now, it's like 50s, so as long as it's not too cold, I might do that. Because I was, of course, showing you guys a lot of Halloween stuff throughout September and October, so until it gets too cold, I think I'll show you guys some Christmas stuff as well. And then, of course, while we still have leaves on the trees, I'll show you guys foliage as well. So as I was saying earlier, this is the Kettering Rec Center. And I can't think of it on the top of my head, but right over here is the local arts center. I think it's called Rosewood, if I remember right. It used to be an old school, and now it's a local art place. Then over there's the Kettering Rec Center pool, obviously during the summer. So what we're doing now is we're on the way to a little hill over here. During the winter, it's really popular with sledding and whatnot. I spent a lot of time on the hill as a kid, going down the hill on my sled. And then we'll cut over to the other side of the park and see what type of foliage we can see over there. Because back there is pretty good. So there's the hill over there, and they got a disc golf course here. We have some trees changing off that way, especially over there. So right over here is the sledding hill. The Go Malls, you'll be seeing a lot of people over here during the weekends. Got a couple nice red trees over there. We have Goose City down there. So now we are at the top of the sled hill. Yeah, there's definitely a decent amount of foliage around. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head off the hill and go off that way. That tree over there is really nice. Here's a little trail over here. We're gonna head off down that way. If you're just joining the live stream, we're currently in Kettering, Ohio right now. We're on the lookout for fall foliage and enjoying this nice Saturday at the beginning of November. I showed this tree over here in a previous live stream. This is one of the biggest trees that's still in the area. We'll take a look at that real quick. You can see it right here. I think it's an oak tree. But as you can see, it has a really big whiff. Tree Recognition Award. Man, this is one of the biggest trees I've seen in the area. It's definitely a big one. Not that much foliage off in this area, so I guess it just really depends, because that one area I was in a moment ago looked like it was in peak foliage right now, while there's some kind of like right here, but I think this woods is a little bit more delayed. Maybe like a week or so for this area. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this live stream up right here. I'm going to take a little break, and then I think I'll do another live stream in a few, so definitely stay tuned. But in the meantime, please like the video, please comment on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.